Hello, people of the earth. My name is Jackson, the reviewer polling. I am returning. I recently saw the movie Babylon, which awakened something in me that made me want to start doing this again. I'm just going to be doing some quick off-the-cuff reviews, I think, and let's have fun. Anyways, Babylon. Cool. I like the message of the movie and the subject matter, which I don't see very often in films. Which basically it's about the 1920s era of silent movie making, and showing the sound side of it, which is really interesting. There's so much profanity in this movie, so much violence and drugs and sex and all of that, and you're like, what year is this? And it's really wild to see that kind of world, which I haven't seen in a movie. Also because I'm a young boy, I don't know anything. There's a couple shots that I did not check to see if they're actual shots, like from real movies, but basically there's one shot, for example, that Margot Robbie's character has to do one tear, and it's very zoomed in, and it's very beautiful. It's very emotionally impactful, and it shows the beauty of the silent filmmaking era and the visual, just purely visual. And I was really taken aback by how impactful those scenes were. I didn't expect them to be as powerful as they were. There's one with Brad Pitt's character. Once again, I know no character names, but we're making an off-the-cuff review with no research, just thoughts and emotions. Anyways, Brad Pitt's character has to like say I love you or something, or a declaration of love and a kiss, I think, to his like love that he doesn't really know is there, and he just sells it. It's so perfect in the way he does it. But in his spoilers, in his I guess transference to movie making with sound, his voice just doesn't cut it, and he cannot sell anything. He could only sell it when he was silent, which is wild. And same thing for Margot Robbie's character being sort of, I don't want to say like a whore or a slut, but sort of a filthy character, is allowed in the silent era, but not allowed or not as easily sellable in the sound era, which is two interesting ideas. And there's always the idea of Hollywood stars going past their prime, but this is a big, like, serious divide of there's like literally no one of the senses that we can tell is not in a movie, in the popular movies, and then suddenly it is there, and you can adjust or you can't adjust. There's one character, Manuel, I know, Manny, as he's called in the movie, and his journey is kind of interesting. I like to think that he was a good guy the whole time. He always did things for people and did his best to make friends and to make the right decisions. He was always like an understudy, but eventually he becomes like this big, spoilers again, executive or a producer, not really producer, but I think actually a studio executive at the end. And he's just, he isn't really as happy. He's really just trying to make Margot Robbie's character happy the whole time. Nelly, I'm remembering as we're making this review. So Manny, the whole time, he's like being an up-and-coming executive. He's giving this jazz player, for instance, this jazz trumpet player, Sydney, I also remember another name, giving Sydney opportunities. That's the main point in what he's trying to do, it seems like. And he's trying to give Nelly her star power back again. Sorry, I have to mute that. I maybe won't cut that out. Yeah, so Manny's trying to give to other people, not necessarily, he's not as selfish a character as some of the others are. And he says he wants to be part of something bigger at the beginning of the movie, and at the end he watches kind of like his career and where it's led up to, because he sees Nelly in a movie theater later on, and sees his movie that he made a long time ago, and he's just reminded of the fact of where he was in time, and that part of his life that's over at the end. And we get like a ton of scenes of movies that are like big movie moments in history, like The Matrix and Singing in the Rain. It starts with Singing in the Rain in this. I'm not sure if it's the original movie because I've never seen it, but there is a scene where in Singing in the Rain, this is very rambly. Oh my god. There's a scene in Singing in the Rain where like they're all just people in like pink coats with rain, and they're all just like bobbing up and down like this, and it's kind of trash, I guess. I guess it's supposed to be trash. And the real Singing in the Rain has Dick Van Dyke doing his thing, and I'm not sure if that is the real one or not, but it seems like it is that way in the movie as a thematic device to say we're moving on to new filmmaking like this. And when Manny looks at this movie montage at the end, I'm not sure. He's crying a lot, but he seems to be happy about it. So I guess it has something to say. Maybe he's just happy with how his life turned out at the end. That he was part of something bigger in the vast scene of movie making. I guess that's what it's supposed to mean. But really, I like the movie. The main reason I like the movie is because of the subject matter, because of the humor in it. It's really funny. Lots of people die on set, which is crazy. There's lots of insane safety protocols that were just not there. Everyone's expendable, stuff like that. And Hollywood's just a piece of trash. Really, it's always been a piece of trash. And this movie doesn't change that classic story. But I don't know, the acting's great, and the direction's great. The visuals are awesome. The party scene at the beginning is awesome. The music's great. And yeah, please check it out if you're interested in old Hollywood and Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt. Thank you.